Not another black man. Not another black man. Now, a diddler. Come on, Brody. A diddler. We can't be serious, right? He's a diddler. He's a diddler. We got more diddlers in the world. All right, let's get into the evidence. Let's see what they talking about. New lawsuit.
Lawsuit is gonna bring a lot of chaos and turmoil to Shannon Sharpe's life, but I believe this lawsuit is a lot deeper than what meets the eye. Disgraced Houston attorney Tony Busby has announced he's filing a lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe on behalf of a Jane Doe. If you've been following celebrities,
so a nigga filed the lawsuit on behalf of a Jane Doe. Might be scary.
Lawsuits, especially in the last year and a half, then you would know that Tony Busby has been a recurring character.
Yeah.
He's literally involved in suing literally everyone, right? And a lot of the times, his lawsuits are deemed frivolous, especially with Jay-Z more recently, where Tony Busby got himself in a lot of trouble for filing a lawsuit against Jay-Z on behalf of a Jane Doe that Jay-Z has never met. Busby would announce a lawsuit on Facebook of all places, and he would put, late last night, the Busby law firm filed a civil lawsuit on behalf of a brave young woman who alleged she was brutally essayed by former NFL player Shannon Sharpe.
Is another one of them.
The last incident occurred in January of 2025. The lawsuit filed under the pseudonym
he already ain't doing a good job
lays out a pattern of intimidation, manipulation, and blank, including allegations that Shannon Sharpe repeatedly threatened to choke and slap Jane Doe.
What?
The case seeks $50 million in damages. The case is on file in Department 11, Clark County State Court, Nevada, the county where the alleged conduct occurred. The egregious and concerning facts of the case are set forth in detail in the public filing. I'm extremely proud to represent Jane Doe. It takes a great deal of courage to stand up against those with power, fame, and money. I look forward to pressing this case in court. If you are a real victim, from my perspective, Tony Busby should be the last lawyer you should hire to represent you.
If he already fucked it up,
go with Tony Busby, the automatic assumption is this is a money grab. This is frivolous. You are lying, because Tony Busby has been lying on people for the last 50 years, bruh. Tony Busby is a...
I knew my nigga Shannon wouldn't do nothing like this.
Everything about this lawsuit
I knew
lines up with everything.
They always trying to get the black man.
With the Jay-Z stuff. Tony Busby tried to extort or hold Jay-Z hostage for millions of dollars before going public. What Tony Busby does is he would hold a lawsuit until something in your life is about to happen. With Deshaun Watson, he held on to the lawsuits until Deshaun Watson was about to get a huge deal, and then he struck to extort Deshaun Watson for money in a settlement. With this Shannon Sharpe lawsuit, he held on to the lawsuit, and he filed a day after it got announced that Shannon Sharpe is about to get $100 million in his podcast. Of course. Even though Shannon Sharpe hasn't...
Shannon Sharpe is expected to sign a $100 million plus media deal after his contract with the Volume expired. The Volume. You're giving out $100 million? Hello? Over here? Fuck? Volume? Doofus? Who are you? Where the fuck are you at, nigga? You giving out $100 million to niggas? They already was rich. They was on the football team. You see what Chad Johnson said? You see what this nigga Ocho Cinco say? Chad Ocho Cinco just said, oh, we finna be richer. He ain't say we finna be rich. He said we finna be richer. You see this? Oh, God. No, this is crazy. $100 million plus. They just started social media. They not even media people for real. They're athletes. Alright. I guess. Whatever.
Publicly spoke on the new $100 million deal. His co-host will pretty much confirm the rumors by quote tweeting and saying, oh, we finna be richer.
Richer.
Shannon Sharpe is
this
currently
is crazy.
The Volume, right? And that's
we
Colin
finna be richer.
Network. As
just
soon
crazy.
as that's over, Shannon Sharpe is about
just
to get
rubbing it all in your face, huh?
And the day that was announced, Tony Busby was rubbing his hand like Birdman, knowing he was about to try to hold Shannon Sharpe hostage. I want to make this clear. If Shannon Sharpe is guilty, he doesn't deserve a platform. He doesn't deserve $100 million. But if Shannon Sharpe is innocent, I want Shannon Sharpe to take everything that Tony Busby has. Take his house, take his wife, take everything from this guy.
Don't
Because
take it.
at
Don't
some
take it.
point, enough is enough, bruh. Now, what we know about this lawsuit so far is that it's being filed by a woman that Shannon Sharpe met at a gym. And
At a
no,
gym.
it's not Michelle. All right. So we don't know the woman's identity yet, but what we do know and can confirm is the woman who's filing a lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe isn't the Michelle that was caught on IG Live being intimate with Shannon Sharpe. This Jane Doe actually met Shannon Sharpe 2 years ago when she was 20 years old.
Okay, say the lawsuit obtained by TMZ was filed by Jane Doe on Sunday in Nevada after she says Sharpe brutally essayed her several times at the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025 following years-long abusive relationship. So it been happening since 2024, but we wait until my nigga get this $100 million deal announced. Alright, let's continue reading. According to the lawsuit, Jane Doe met Sharpe in 2023 at a gym in Los Angeles when she was 20 years old and he was in his mid-50s. That just doesn't even sound good right there. Not gonna lie, that just sounds crazy. Let's continue. She stated in the docs during their first encounter, Sharpe told her he would buy... What the fuck did I say? Okay, Sharpe told her he would buy her... he would buy her fake titties. I'm like, what cuss words start with a T? Okay, I get it now. He would buy her fake titties if she won a weight loss competition with him. So she's suing him because he ain't buy them titties. He lied to her about buying some titties for her. She never got her titties. Now she finna come up with a lie. Okay, now I'm getting it. I'm understanding. So follow along, chat. Follow along. Alright, in the lawsuit, she wrote, Sharpe proceeded to pursue her, relentlessly calling, texting, and demanding she come to the Beverly Glen mansion. That's what she wrote.
They met at a gym. That's where their first encounter was, and apparently Shannon Sharpe and her began talking because they were both a part of a weight loss competition. I already know how they're going to try to paint this man, bro. They're going to try to paint him as a predator, bro. 20 is legal. 20 is legal, bro. And if anything, man, she was probably...
No, Flacco. Don't let Flacco get y'all caught up. Just because that's what Flacco doing. Y'all don't be out there doing that weird ass shit. This is exactly why. Yep. Nope. It's some diddlers.
Preying on him, bro. She was probably preying on Shannon Sharpe, bro. A multi-millionaire, ex-NFL player.
She definitely was.
Successful podcast, man. Stop it, bro. Broke 20-year-old woman, man. Cut it out, bro. But Shannon, you know you ain't got no business with no 20-year-old.
That's what I'm saying.
You know you ain't got no business with no 20-year-old.
20, Shannon? You true.
Mid-50s.
You supposed to have a 50-year-old.
Now, I'm not saying
up here having 20-year-old.
I'm saying you got no business with no 20-year-old, bro. All right? They crazy, right? They probably immature, probably broke. When the money dry up, they probably don't know how to let that money go, bro, because you probably their first multi-millionaire, bro. So as a 50-year-old man, bro, who was probably well-versed in risk assessment, man, a 20-year-old ain't worth it, bro. Not at all. Now, she will claim that Shannon Sharpe pursued her heavily, bro. And when he finally got her, that's when things changed. She admits they got into a consensual...
The woman stated she and the former Broncos tight end ultimately got into a consensual relationship, though she described it as a controlling and verbally abusive one. He demanded complete control over her time and body. Tony Busby wrote in the Jane Doe lawsuit, expecting her to be at his house on his schedule at his command whenever he called. Doe claimed there was one argument in particular that terrified her, when he yelled at her while a firearm was visible in the room. So y'all not making me believe this. Is this what y'all trying to make me believe? Alright, let's continue. Plaintiff tried sharing her location with friends from her... What the fuck? No, you're trying to set my nigga up. No, you're trying to get him robbed. No, you're trying to get him robbed. Now you got your location. You trying to send your location to friends, knowing that this nigga was the Shannon Sharpe. Yeah, you're trying to get my nigga robbed. We ain't hear this. This was a cum cricket, wasn't it? It was a bleach demon, wasn't it? I already know it. This had to be a little bleach demon, cum cricket Shannon. That's what you get. Yeah, Dr. Umar wouldn't allow that. He wouldn't even accept that. You might got to do an interview with Dr. Umar. We gotta open them screws in that old ass brain of yours. Cause what the fuck? Okay, but Sharpe saw her doing this. The moment he realized what she was doing, he grabbed her by the neck and told her, "If you ever do that again, I will fucking kill you, bitch." Damn. I ain't never seen Sharpe get like that. He a crazy nigga. She did just try to rob him. Shit, he should have kicked her out after that. I don't know what he was thinking.
For a relationship.
He should have called the Uber.
But then he got very controlling and verbally blank afterwards. Now, she will state that he was very demanding and demanded complete control over her time and her body, expecting her to be at his house on his schedule, on his command, whenever he called. So far, I ain't hear a crime yet. What I've heard is something that's expected outside of the verbally stuff, right? Complete control. Listen, bro, I'm a multi-millionaire in my 50s. If I wanted a career woman, if I wanted somebody who was 40 plus with a career and a mind of her own who can go out, no, bro, you is in your 20s. Ain't no partying, ain't no going out with the girls. Nah, bro, you coming over this mansion, you getting, your back dug in every night. You eating this, and you going home, bruh. That's it. That's all. But in return, you get the provision, the resources, and the assets that you are dating me for. You're not attracted to a 50-year-old Shannon Sharpe. You are with him for money, and he's with you for your body. It's a fair exchange in my eyes.
That's what's going on, literally.
You could have very easily said, yeah, I'm not coming over. I'm not going. You consensually and willingly entered into a transactional relationship, and now you're trying to paint them as a monster for your relationship being transactional. It will continue. Mm-hmm. Don't claim that there was one argument in particular that terrified her.
Yeah, she want us to believe this. And she want us to believe this. So after you tried to set my nigga up, he defended himself, and now you saying that, yeah, no, you ain't, nope. We're not believing this one. You trying to set my nigga up, sending his location out and shit. Come on, we know this plan. We know this. Get Sally out of here. Jane Doe, Sally Mae, get her ass up out of here.
Visible in the room. Yo, lawyers are so slick and diabolical, bruh. Yo, peep the framing of this. It terrified me because he yelled at me while a firearm was in the room.
Like, bruh, what?
This man lives in a mansion, bro. This man's home just got robbed and raided at some point this year. You don't think he had firearms in his house? He never lifted a firearm at you. He never pointed it at you. He never used it on you. But peep the word. Oh, I was terrified. Had a firearm in the room while he yelled at me.
That's not illegal.
Lawyer framing, because essentially what's going on is
now you try to say my nigga violent.
Your own conclusion. They're protecting themselves from a countersuit. Because when you say, oh, he pointed a firearm at me, no, they can't say that because that's when Tony Busby getting his eye rated, right? He getting his assets taken by Shannon Sharpe. So they gonna lead you into your own conclusion. Oh,
that's
I was
what they
terrified. He was yelling.
Smart work by the coppers.
Man, you thinking he probably did something with the firearm, bro, when all he did was talk to her. Now, here's where they try to paint him as a monster, and this is where I think it's pretty reasonable what he did in this situation, okay?
Me too.
So
I think that was smart.
Her location with her friends from her iPhone.
He should have broke the phone, threw it in the toilet, all type of shit.
Sharing her location, the moment he realized what she was doing, he grabbed her by the neck and told her, if you ever do that again, I will effing blank you. This is he said, she said, and so far
I ain't never seen him say nothing like that.
All we know is Tony Busby is a liar and a fraud, so anything attached to him is a lie and a fraud, but we're going to give her the benefit of the doubt. And let's just say, okay.
For now. We're going to give her the benefit of the doubt for now.
While they was in an argument, he seen her dropping her location, and he said, hold on, if you do that again, I will effing... Yo, this man's house just got robbed. This man is a celebrity. This man understands the climate of Los Angeles.
Like, yeah,
right?
We in LA.
We
in the grimies of the grimies, the big U's.
Now, I believe they were in his LA.
We in the big useless.
This man understands the climate right now, bro. All it takes is a disgruntled woman dropping her location to the thugs she knows.
To the
and now
thugs.
they coming to your crib, blicked up, trying to rob you, bro. So, yeah, duh. If we're in an argument and you drop your location, I'm stopping that. No. You trying to get me killed is what I'm thinking. So the incident where she was dropping her location took place in Los Angeles because they moved to Nevada shortly after his home got robbed.
Wow.
So, yeah, bro, that man is from the project. He's from the hood, bro. Dropping your low as
crazy.
A woman, man. Listen, bro, I can't fault Shannon and Sharpe for taking precautions home.
Okay, so they continued the relationship following the move in Nevada during the summer. Those states in her lawsuit, she attempted to break things off after his Instagram live streaming incident, which she said led No, that's wild. No, that's crazy. Alright, that's crazy. Now, if that's how we're setting that up, after he just got caught having on Instagram Live, you try bring it up with him and he say, fuck it. Okay, let's continue. Y'all just act like y'all read that, alright? Doe claimed in the first instance happened in October 2024 in her apartment, said the 56-year-old forced himself while she was crying and sobbing. The second instance alleged it happened a few weeks later in January. Sharpe came over to her house with promises of a Christmas and birthday gift to her, but instead essay her again. Okay. It's just not making sense of the chain of events. Okay, let me see. She breaks up with him. That leads to that. Alright. Let's say it leads to that. After that, okay, so yeah, this was the first instance. She was crying, sobbing. He did that. And then after that, he came over again. Guess they was texting. He said, I'm finna give you a Christmas and a birthday gift. And he came over and did that. I'm just gonna listen.
Now this next part is pretty disturbing. And I'ma just not even give my judgment on this. I'ma just let the court play it out. Following a birthday gift. Very sketchy. But with this Shannon Sharpe lawsuit, listen, bro, I believe there's something up here, bro.
Yeah, this is alright. I don't know what this is, but we gonna find out when we know more. That's all we can say. I mean, yeah.